pause to remember that our heart take care. It's just a stepping stone along the trail that's winding always upward. I'm so glad this traveled world, it is not my final home. But until then, she must, it will go on singing. Until then, see with joy I'll carry on until that day when my eyes behold the city. Until that day when God calls me home, the things that lose its value if we recall. You see, they're just borrowed for a while, and the things of this earth that will cause the heart to tremble, remembering there, it will only bring a smile. So until then, my heart will go on singing. Oh, until then, with joy I just keep carrying on until that day my eyes behold the city. Until that day God calls me home. So until then, seizing my heart, it will go on singing. Yes, until then, with joy I just keep carrying on until that day my eyes behold the city. Until that day God calls me home. Until that day God calls me home. Until that day when God calls me home. Until then.
Good afternoon. Those who are with us here live in the congregation, as well as those who have joined us on the various platforms. It is indeed a time when we have stopped to reminisce and to think of the life of Traverse Archer. I used to call him Tenny. As a matter of fact, some of the thoughts that I will share with you this afternoon came secondhand because I knew his younger brother, Michael, very well. And it is because of my association with Michael where I knew Tenny. Some of the things that I will tell you are really some of the things also which Mike shared with me when we used to talk about Tenny. And so the first time I saw him was some years ago in the 70s to be exact. And he had come in to see his brother. At the minute I saw him, I knew there was some connection between them because there was a semblance between the two of them. When I watched how they interacted, I realized that they were very close, a family with a lot of love. As a matter of fact, I also knew Father Archer and Mother Archer and, and Pauline. And so, as a result of my association, I would talk to Mike about Tenny from time to time. So Michael said to me one day, you see that my brother of mine, he's a genius, you know. I said, a genius? He said, yes, he's an engineer at Water Commission, and you see how he walks as if he owns the place? And we had lots of conversations, and he said to me one day that, you know, Tenny being a genius, can you imagine someone being a genius? If the Lord had left him like that, we couldn't deal with him because unless and until he had some weaknesses, then he would feel that he didn't need anybody. But the fact that he had weaknesses meant that he needed friends and family around him. And over the years, when I got to know Tenny better, fact is I got to know him a little better in the 90s, when together we were working on a project up on Hart NTA, up at Papine. When he walked into the office, you saw a level of authority. And not only that, you could see that he knew what he was about. He was professional. He had a grasp of what the project was all about, although he came in midstream. And he took up the reins of managing the engineering side of the project quite capably with us. And when he came in the morning, the way he walked, you realized that this gentleman really and truly felt that he belonged here. We had good relations. We had long conversations about the project, about life. And he and I shared a lot of moments together talking about life and what life, the real essence of life is and the reason we're alive. We would have lots of conversations about construction as well as religion. But one thing I found with Tenny was that when he held on to a point, it was difficult for you to move him. And even though you may have brought good reasoning to the table, he, as long as he saw that there was something different from what he really believed, he would say, all right, I'll talk to you about it another time. Over the years, after we both left Cameron Engineering, we still kept in contact. As a matter of fact, I used to see him quite often driving his white, I can't remember what type of car it is, because I'm not a car person, but it was a white vehicle. And whenever I saw it, I knew Tenny was in the neighborhood. So one day, as I was going along, I heard someone calling me and I realized it was Tenny. So I stopped and we were there talking. He said to me, Jump, you know, I've retired now and I'm living up in Smokyville and I'm doing a project up there and I need some workmen. So I said, all right, I found some workmen and sent to him. And Tenny would say to me, all right, this one knows what he's about. That one is an idiot. And so over the years, we continue to interact. And sometimes I would see him on Manningsville Road. We would call each other and we would meet up on Manningsville Road and we'd talk for a while. And we also had many good conversations about life. He, as I said earlier, was a man with a purpose, living a way that he felt he wanted to live. About 5-6 weeks ago, probably a little more, I kept thinking about Tenny and I said, I'd lost my phone, so I didn't have his number. I thought I would call Mike to get his number. And I don't know what happened. I didn't call him because he was on my mind and I just wanted to talk to him. And about 2 or so weeks passed and Mike called me to tell me that he had passed away. I regret not having probably tried a little harder to have got in touch with him because I really wanted to have a conversation with Tenny. Fact of the matter is that sometimes living alone, someone may get a little bit what you'd call lonely. And when I spoke to him, you could see sometimes that he wanted someone to talk to. So from that perspective, I really wanted to reach out to him. But I'm sorry that I didn't get the opportunity to do it as I ought to have. But I'm glad that I shared the moments that I did with Tenny. I have always felt that whenever we have good friends,